ourselves, and we got to have different perspectives. We just can't have the same perspective over and over and over. And that's why educational institution is so important. So people can have those opportunities to dialogue without retribution. And so if they're going to let progressive have events, they should have conservatives have events. And so uh, I'm a conservative in some sense. And so there needs to be freedoms for everyone to speak. We're in America, man, for real. And even Americans want to take your freedoms. Even Americans. We have had people die for our freedoms. Also, the city is getting sued. I'm reading from the Omaha World Herald. Um, so I'm gonna read this story and check this out. I'm gonna read this story in a second, but I'm gonna play some music this morning. Y'all come in. Sometimes you're in slow motion. I guess I can't read this. Black businessman sue city of Omaha overbidding price practices in cleaning contract. A black businessman who cleaning company is based in North Omaha has sued the city alleging wrongful bidding practices that discriminate against his low top rated bids in favor of a white owned company. Rodney Johnson, 49, filed a federal lawsuit Monday against the city and current and former employee of City Park, seeking damages of $5 million. After a tremendous 16-month bidding process for construction services and proc facilities that was rebid twice, Johnson Company BJ Fleet Wash was hired, but Johnson alleged in a lawsuit that the city sought to fire his firm as early as 45 days into the job for what he considered bad faith uh, complaints. Johnson said he thinks one reason the city wanted to avoid doing business with him and his company is that he, as a private citizen, had filed several public record requests, a demand letter, and a subsequent lawsuit in Dutch County challenged the city trash contract, which was approved in 2019. Johnson's company were not involved in the trash contract or bidding process. The now pending lawsuit was filed by him as a third party in the city of Omaha. Um, so city of Omaha. I'm gonna encourage you to read this story. It's a long story. Um, but see what the city is doing with business. I know they got the tier program to get minority businesses engaged into city contracts. We got to make sure things are done fairly. So, people don't file lawsuits for nothing. They don't file lawsuits for nothing. And we got to make sure that, people that we got working for us are actually working for us. All right. Man, me get some music going. I got a lot of new music. We're just going to play some new music this morning. Today is Tell the Truth Tuesday. I want you guys to be purposeful on telling the truth today, but also accepting the truth. All right. We'll give it rolling this morning. New music. Boss with me.
Yeah, it's Kaden. knocking off their heads. Go big red, go big red, go big red, go big red. Brody on that field, I'm screaming, go big head. Touchdown, touchdown, 4th and 1 and he up now. Oscars making plays, we score again and now we up now. We took a couple losses, now we up, don't give a fuck now. I feel like Johnny Rogers, if I catch it, it's a first down. Go big red, go big red, go big red, go big red. Brody in that field, he knocking off their heads. Go big red, go big red, go big red, go big red. Brody in that field, I'm screaming, go big cat, go big red. Say it loud, I'ma rep my city, tryna make him proud. If we blitz the side, we gon' shake the crowd. It's still like Madden, we gon' lay him down. And I'm calling these shots like a merit crowd. On my girls here, we don't play around. We on 10, we just tryna win. You can't fuck with the town. Go big red, go big red, go big red, go big red. Brody in that field, he knocking off their heads. Go big red, go big red, go big red, go big red. Brody on that field, I'm screaming, go big cat. You can get killed like a punt, we ready to blitz, we ready to rush. What you gonna do with the game on the line, 4th quarter, we coming in clutch. What you gonna do when we catching the pass, you can get left in the dust. What you gonna do when the Huskers on top, you really not f***ing with us. Go big red, go big red, go big red, go big red. Brody in that field, he knocking off their heads. Go big red, go big red, go big red, go big red. Brody in that field, I'm screaming, go big cat. Go big red, go big red, go big red, go big red. Brody in that field, he knocking off their heads. Go big red, go big red, go big red, go big red. Brody in that field, I'm screaming, go big cat.
Makes a catch on the 45, stays on his feet. He's gonna go 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Huskers.
You don't know how many times I've been cast down, 'cause I was looking for a way out. People dying in my hometown. You don't know how many dreams I done let go. Like Dr. King, they were shine cold, because I dream beyond the front porch. World keeps spinning, round and round, and I ain't about to give up now. Keep this in mind, in the matter of time, the sun comes back around. I'm looking for a brighter day. I'm looking for a better way. I'm waiting for the sun to come and shine its light on a really dark night. Light it up and let it shine on me. Light it up. I wanna see it shine, shine, shine. You don't know how many times I done fell down, trying to be someone I can't now, 'cause I was hanging with the wrong crowd. You don't know how I sat in church on Sunday, but when I ran into Monday, all my problems came to haunt me. But the world keeps spinning, round and round, so I ain't about to give up now. Keep this in mind, in a matter of time, the sun comes back around. I'm looking for a brighter day. I'm looking for a better way. I'm waiting for the sun to come and shine its light on a really dark night. Light it up and let it shine on me. Light it up. I wanna see it shine, shine, shine.
You don't have an inkling what it is to have the sand under your feet sinking. Thinking you standing on solid ground, you found that your Katrina stay breaching your dam. Found body cams ain't stopped the bullets, shots fired in court they pull it. We do our best to pull through, like good movers. We pull up and move you. Still, we unstoppable. Peace be still. We do the impossible. The mission is to heal the village, get our spirits and minds right. We stay looking forward, 'cause there's blind spots in our hindsight. Turn up just cold talk for shine bright. We living in the moment, so you know the time's right. Every day we turn lemons into limelight. Light it up like the sun, we can't help but light it up.
I'm looking for a brighter day. a better way. I'm waiting for the sun to come to shine its light on the bitter dark night. Light it up, and let it shine on me. Light it up, I wanna see it shine. Paris. Ooh, yeah.
X-ray conversations deeper than love making. I'm exploring your body before I'm gonna take it. And if you're feeling self-conscious, baby, just go and say it. Do it all day and embrace it, girl, you were born naked. My home run, so I take my time through all bases. And in my book, you the one I mention in all pages. I'm prepared, cause real is rare, you know the saying. Over the years, you recognize, girl, I ain't playing. I'd be deceiving myself if I caught myself creeping. And I'd be lying to myself if I told myself believe it. A brave heart ain't never scared to do. So if you ask truth or dare, just gotta tell you the truth.
Remember you told me sometimes you get a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But I'm here to do you better. Forgot about my schedule on purpose. Ooh, you don't even gotta settle with some guy who think he's better if he's worthless.
Nah.
Cause every time we cry. Like every night.
Do you believe you can fall in love with quality? Give up the fame and the fortune and the vanity. Your feminine ways have me thinking for a moment. And I appreciate the fact my patience was worth it. Coast to coast, we toast to growth. I hope you grow to all with or without me. I know these roads will not be smooth, so you gotta walk these roads with or without me. I done cut these anchors off from round me. You ain't real, then get from round me. As you can see, respect's around me. So don't you be too extra round me. If you ain't real, then get from round me. And don't you be too extra round me. If you ain't real, then get from round me. And don't you be too extra round me.
Remember you told me sometimes you get a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But I'm here to do you better. Forgot about my schedule on purpose. Ooh, you don't even gotta settle with some guy who think he's better if he's worthless. Cause every time we cry. Like every night.
Hey, Static. Michael Paris.
Yeah. You deserve better. You're a living treasure. And if you have me, I'll have you.
Just reflecting on this one right here, man.
Grind on nothing music.
Do you understand me? And as I recall certain events that I've encountered in my lifetime, I can't help but to feel like, damn, that's how they played it. That's how it really went down. Man. Can't believe half the things I done been through. Lost homies to the grave and the pen too. R.I.P. DB, bro, I miss you. Loved ones on the scene when he slid through. And mama had to grieve for them sins too. On top of that, it's other things on my mental. Used to be in college, now I'm on bid too. Main chick, my partner and my kin too. Remember days on the yard, we was politicking. Can't let them suckers in the car, they be hopping fences. Your partner ever count your pockets when you call it getting? How you supposed to be my dog and you in competition? Last time that I recall, you wasn't on that mission. So why you asking questions about it, boy, that ain't your business. Better recognize the flaws before you fall victim. Had the statements make ain't ever documented. Under pressure, they gon' break, you gotta know the symptoms. Homie say he kept it silent, but I know he didn't. Went to trial to find out he ain't your co-defendant. Judge gave a paragraph and posted in a sentence. And why you fill that form, I would never come to visit. Said you sent that mail off, I ain't never get it. It's love to the fade when you come to prison. Excuse the mind frame, I'm just reminiscing. Yeah, I'm just reminiscing. Why you fill that form, I would never come to visit. Said you sent that mail off, I ain't never get it. If this is still love, why it feel different? Can't believe half the things I done been through. Lost homies to the grave and the pen too. R.I.P. DB, bro, I miss you. Loved ones on the scene when he slid through. And mama had to agree for them sins too. On top of that, it's other things on my mental. Used to be in college, now I'm on bid too. Main chick, my partner and my kin too. It's kinda crazy looking back on it. Plug was trying to hold me back, so I put stacks on it. Wipe the scale off, it had cracks on it. Ain't got my money on time, then it's tax on it. How you say you all in, but never show devotion? Suckers rep the same team, but really your opponents. Fell out with my dog, now we back homies. Ever cross that line again, I might put math on it. What's the point in spilling game if you're not soaking? That's a hole in my heart, girl, it's not broken. See, everybody wanna flock when the sack floating. Cold case, pray to God it don't get back open. A witness on the stand with a bad omen. When Sauce Appeal got denied, it was a sad moment. Just got a new hearing, now we back hoping. Was proud when Unc got clean, now he back smoking. Tears dripped down my soul, but can't show that emotion. 12 years without a I had to tap my lotion. Why everybody wanna flock when the sack floating? Cold case, pray to God it don't get back open. Remember days with my freedom was just a notion. Can't believe the one I love turning ran on me. To spend life without my daughter, never planned on it. Felt like Jesus in that water, had to stand on it. I had to stand on it. Felt like Jesus in that water, had to stand on it. Yeah, had to stand on it. Can't believe kinfolk to stand on it.
Q-Beats.
Hey. Yeah, you heard it right. It's a Q-Beats production. That's my son. Literally. Man, whoever thought the older you got, the colder you got. Hey, check me out.
Determination to change the nation, I'm manifesting the truth. Back in the booth to give you the messages that's been channeling right through me. No, I'm not Jesus, although my spirit is great. I'm eating my food without a plate, escaping this place through my meditations. New life begun when I reloaded the gun and realized where I was from was not too far from the sun. Like somewhere close by the moon, now I'm connected like Zoom. All walks of life that ever lived call me like out of the blue. So I just pass it to you, right through your speakers with clues. And if you choose to free your mind, then you will have all the tools. But I can't make you take it and shake it and mentally break yourself out. Cause freeing your mind without a doubt is something you have to try out. But once you see the light, your might, and all the power you've had, then you have reached the fifth dimension and you can brighten your path. But others who choose to follow the red pills, it's harder to swallow. Or you can wallow in your sorrows, feeling all empty and hollow. The only way you'll see the truth is if it's starting with you. So please stop lying to yourself, start being truthful to you. The only way you'll see the truth is if it's starting with you. So please stop lying to yourself, start being truthful to you, to you.
All right, welcome to the Boss Morning Show. We'll keep it rolling this morning. More new music.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Boss with me.
Say what?
Miss VA.
Is that right? We'll see. Show me. All right. Guess what?
Slice if I want to. Not what a real boss do. Only D that be for me. Be the D, build a legacy. Bump, yeah, they tried it. But I'm too much and I like it. Call me bougie, I be bougie. My caliber, you ain't with. Get stiff, get gone. No time for the blood, get simply on. I like my drink strong. Come to the bar, I'm on ground all night long. You ain't tricking if you lying. But I got my own, I ain't lying. Don't perpetrate, I'll your ego up. Crush you with my aura when I it up. You with it or not? Ain't been a man that can't get me by far. They play too many games, lying, and I will you turn out the same? can't get me by far. They play too many games, I get to the lane. When you turn out the same, if so, let me know, man. Don't wanna see how you gon' never read me now. I'm a queen, respect the crowd.
Espionage, unfinished spirit. Cuties in my thug show me so much love. My money getting thicker than blood. I kick gas, pimp the wheel, and levitate. I'm the bomb stuck in your mind, about to detonate. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. Cuties in my thug show me so much love. My money getting thicker than blood. I kick gas, pimp the wheel, and levitate. I'm the bomb stuck in your mind, about to detonate. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. All my soldiers, hit your trunks. I'm far from drunk, infecting crunk. Roll a blunt and smoke, roll it up and float. I keep trees like Arbor Day. It's every day. I'm in the levitation in a major way. I open up a bag and run through it. Out of thin air, electronic smoke was my theme music. I'm so super fly, so super duper high. A high rolling monster, that wicked face piranha. Got you hooked if you in range. Off any smooth beats, I'm lacing game. I got killer dope lyrics to sing. Come get your fix, man. Sex, money, murder, and drugs. I smoke in and outside the club. I keep dro smoke off in my wicked mug. Who called for Reggie? This that 420. Take my cash for that bomb. Off in my hood, that smoke money. I'm no cuties in my thug, show me so much love. My money getting thicker than blood. I kick gas, pimp the wheel, and levitate. I'm the bomb stuck in your mind, about to detonate. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. Cuties in my thug show me so much love. My money getting thicker than blood. I kick gas, pimp the wheel, and levitate. I'm the bomb stuck in your mind, about to detonate. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. Can't afford it, ain't no chasing the sack. I'ma smoke another Zag and get my cash back. This mafioso dragon blaze the bag to ash. I be sipping my lean, smoking my G-Hood. So sip, twist us up another one, put it to your lips and vibe. Puff, puff, blow it out, puff, puff, get high. Get crunk, I spit through the wire. My nigga Blade made the hood bump, dance and jump, no time for bump. We busy smoking and joking with the OGs, yeah, it's that killer weed. Grow it if you find the seed. I be on that cushion potion, puffity puffin' my 420, then I'm floating. My lungs choking like they broken. It'll put you on your knees. I keep smoking like a chimney, you feel me? My magic wands is the bomb. I'm on my hustle to dawn, shining for the cuties and the thugs who show me so much love. Y'all got my money sitting thicker than blood ounces, stinking like some pounds. Yeah, they be smooth move sound. Light them up and pass them round. Light them up, yeah, pass them round. Light them up, yeah, pass them round. Cuties in my thug show me so much love. My money getting thicker than blood. I kick gas, pimp the wheel, and levitate. I'm the bomb stuck in your mind, about to detonate. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. Cuties in my thug show me so much love. My money getting thicker than blood. I kick gas, pimp the wheel, and levitate. I'm the bomb stuck in your mind, about to detonate. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. It's a hood thing. I'm sparking flames on Ames, smelling like cologne and mirror. They gunpowder. I'm in love like Rick James, craving that healing like Marvin Gaye. I can fade if you fade my pain. I'm nuclear, a chronic doja blower. Pilot the bombardier, I'm on that Bombay. That kush, that's my bitch, returning the sender. Get out of the way, I'm a buff, real tough. The investor, the DJ, my smooth. Atomic bomb, stuck in your mind, it's time to detonate. So test my draw when it'll touch ya. Have you puffing and spitting just like a buster. I'm dipping, hitting corners, I won't let you suckers stop me. Y'all be on that Reggie, this that kush, trying to top me. I'm blowed and throw, relax and focus on Cali trees, it's coming. Keep pumping, no fumbling, it's endo root. Blunt between my fingers, fat like pinky fingers. I'm cooking my spinach, inhale, exhale, refill my lungs. It's sprung on the smell. Catch the papers when I'm smoking no hate. I be smoking blunts all day. Burn rubber if I wanna, blow 'em what I wanna. Espionage, count crunker, love the chronic Mac. Hit my bleezy, watch your lungs attack. Hit my bleezy, watch your lungs attack. Watch your lungs attack, attack, attack. Cuties in my thug show me so much love. My money getting thicker than blood. I kick gas, pimp the wheel, and levitate. I'm the bomb stuck in your mind, about to detonate. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. Cuties in my thug show me so much love. My money getting thicker than blood. I kick gas, pimp the wheel, and levitate. I'm the bomb stuck in your mind, about to detonate. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man. It's a hood thing, I do it for the hood, man.
All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs, the NOI. That was some new music, man. That was some new music. We got all new music this morning. Well, first, I got a guest on the line. You know how these stars are. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yet, and predicates to introduce himself. I'm going to let this brother introduce himself. We'll get right into the dialogue because he's calling in from a different time zone. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, brother? How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good morning. Good morning, the boss. This is Terry Boykins from Street Positive, calling from Cali. Good to be here this morning, and just excited to chop it up.
Oh yeah, without doubt. How's the weather out there? It's windy out here.
Windy out here this morning. We got some winds out here, but it's Cali weather. You know, we pushing into the 70, mid 70 degrees this time of the year, so it's pretty nice.
Okay. Well, we're starting to switch up a little bit too in regards to get some nicer weather around here, man. Because it ain't been a bad winter, but we want it to subside, let the spring and summer usher in. So, what's going on with your mission? What do you do out in California, big brother?
Well, I tell you, there's a lot of activity going on in Cali and around the world, and I just came back from FatherCon. They had me come out and talk about the impact that fathers have on sex trafficking, sexual assault, abuse, pornography, child porn. What role do fathers play in addressing that particular issue in our communities?
Uh-huh.
And so, nice event. I had a chance to bring in former pimps, former prostitutes, trafficked individuals, and their whole focus in that arena was honed in on both sides about how significant the father was and the absence of the father related to how they got caught up in those streets. You as a behavioralist, you understand some of these, these psychological impacts.
Yeah, without doubt. We talk about it every day in some form or fashion. Today we call every Tuesday Tell the Truth Tuesday, and we encourage people, to tell the truth, but also accept the truth, because there's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. Is actually a sign of love, and so we put that on the people's hearts every Tuesday, but also we focus on other behavioral means so we can modify our behavior so we're better people. So is that kind of your main initiative to make better people?
It is. So let me tell you what, boss. This is one of the things that I had a chance to work on. They brought me in because of the work I've done with men and, of course, fathers and young boys, and particularly working with Black men.
Mm-hmm.
And I presented one of the Street Positive campaigns entitled The Man Plan. And a lot of discussion, a lot of people getting in my ear about, Chris Rock, Will Smith, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But the big issue was being missed. And I had talked about the issue of self-destruction, and the question was, is the Black man working on himself enough to avoid it?
Okay. Self-destruction?
And so, self-destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we talk about, who slapped who or who was dealing with what, I think, of course, in the media, that is it's going to sell, it's going to get some sizzle.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality of it is, we're not talking about the mental health placement of where Black men are. There's a bigger overlying issue that I think we are not addressing. When you start talking about tell the truth, the reality of it is, are Black men really getting the type of counseling and the type of assessment with regards to some of their mental health that is causing them to lead to self-destruction.
Right.
And so what I did was put out at streetpositive.com. There's a project called the Man Plan, and it gives you a chance to really kind of look at yourself, give it a chance to really put yourself on paper, where you are, what you're dealing with, what's your network, what's your net worth, who's a part of your trauma. Every Black man in America has got some trauma.
Right.
And I think what we saw come out, at the Academy Awards in this whole issue, it was trauma. It wasn't just a Hollywood actor thing. This is trauma. And this is where, when you start talking about Tell the Truth Tuesday, my question is, how many Black men are telling the truth about their trauma?
Yeah, I agree with you. Men are taught to, withhold their feelings. Even as a child, why you crying, boy? Why you crying? So men always hold their feelings, and when they expose them, it creates a snowball effect where it explodes on that particular person. I call it displacement. Where Will, was probably upset or about other issues, and this last issue created that snowball effect, and he just exploded. And so I encourage everyone that counseling is just talking to your sister, your mother, your peer, your colleague, your father, your friend, so we can really take the stigma out of counseling. Now, there's certain people that train to be in that profession, and there's nothing wrong with talking to those individuals also, because sometimes it's necessary to have a third party that's not in a situation to get a accurate assessment of what's actually going on, because sometimes when you're in the midst, it gets cloudy.
Boss, you talk about something that's so critical, and that's what I got into this past weekend. The other issues, we got the front line, but we've got all the elephant in the room stuff, all the buried things, everything that's under the rug, that's held up in the closet that has not been discussed. And this is why what you're saying is right on point. And a lot of times, Black men, as much as they may be revered for their talents and their athleticism and their comedic possessions, it's the other stuff that they don't oftentimes get a chance to genuinely deal with.
Right.
I've spent a lot of time working with men in the California Department of Correction and Rehabilitation. These are individuals that life without parole, on death row, and it's the other stuff that got them there, that they didn't deal with, that caused them to get caught up in these streets, get caught up in situations, messing with the wrong folks at the wrong time, and now they're doing life away from their families, away from making that income, from living the dream. And you hit a very good point. This is why bringing this whole Man Plan, which I think has had roughly about 600,000 downloads to date, and we don't talk about the other stuff. So the question is, what's really bugging you?
Sorry about that, big bro.
No problem.
My grandson just arrived, and I'm the only one here, so I had to open the door for him. And like I said, it's windy, crazy windy out there, so it took my door with me. So now, how did you tell us a little bit about your background to even give you this expertise?
Well, my background, I come from corporate America. I was involved with Fortune 500 companies and had the opportunity, fortunately blessings and some resources that was able to allow me to move out of corporate America and into social entrepreneurship. And one of the things that I realized coming out of corporate into the helps industry or dealing with social entrepreneurship was the fact that there was a disconnect from what was the end game. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot empathy related to individuals, and I give all those individuals that are in social work and education all their props. But there was a lack of an end game, dealing with the emotions of people, dealing with the behavior and the mental health of individuals. And so the more I began to look at that, the more I began to understand that their future financially was being compromised. I started reading statistics on individuals stating that a child impacted by adverse childhood experiences stood to lose between $1.2 to $1.6 million over their lifespan, which is their retirement. And it basically adds to the argument of why so many people are ill prepared in their later years to retire. The money's not there. They didn't have the pathway. They didn't plan. But the question becomes, what happened? What happened to disrupt that financial future in your older years that caused something in your childhood to affect that? So I began to really look at the economic part of this thing, and I can tell you what, it is gigantic.
Right. Is it because people haven't dealt with those issues? There's a proverb, I think it's an African proverb. When you hear a lion in the jungle, you run towards it, not away from it. Is it because we're not running towards our disability, not running towards our trauma, not running towards our abuse so we can heal ourselves?
I think it's generational. I think that's a part of it, and that proverb is very profound. I think what occurs here is not only did we not run towards it, our mamas didn't run towards it, our daddies didn't run towards it, Big Mama didn't run towards it, Big Daddy didn't run towards it, on and on and on and on. And so when we talk about the trauma of chattel slavery, this is where we are. And so some people don't understand, well, that was back then, and you guys still talk about the slavery issue. No. This thing is generational.
Right.
And so if no one's ever taught you how to run to the lion, that's why I put the man plan together.
Right.
The man plan allows you to run to the lion, look it in the face, and roar back.
Right. Give us a synopsis of what a person would experience with the man plan. And is it just for men? Can women learn from the man plan?
Well, I tell you what, if a woman wants to be with a man that got it going on right enough for her, it would be in her best interest to learn about the man plan.
Right.
But it is a universal document, but its focus is on male behavior to strengthen the family, to strengthen the community. So what basically the number one reflection of the man plan is identifying who your vitals are. What's your name? Not your street name, but what's your given name?
Right.
What's your age? How many children do you have? Not how many children does somebody know you have, but how many kids do you really have?
Right.
I mean, what's out there? It's about looking at yourself. What's your educational background? What's your professional acumen? And then it goes back into your support system. You can get it at streetpositive.com. But it also looks at who's your network? Who do you have that is your accountability partner? Who do you have that is advising you financially? Who do you have that can, check over that resume to make sure that it's edited properly? And it also goes back to looking at something that I'm very adamant about. Most people, and particularly men, get a chance to posture about the floss and the gloss of what they have and, how they showboating it. And I tell folks, there's a lot of things that you can lie about, but you can't lie about your bank account.
Right.
Your bank account will basically find you. And whatever you tell people, that's cool. Whatever they see you pull up on, in terms of, the outing or the social engagement, But it's one thing to pull up. The question is that your asset or does that asset belong to the bank still?
Right. Right.
So it gives you a good reflection. It also basically challenges you, particularly men who are fathers. Do you have a plan to leave something for your children's children?
Mm-hmm.
What's that look like? Who
Right.
are you getting ready in the next generation? Or are you just living for the moment and enjoying your life? Are you trying to break that cycle of poverty? Are you trying that cycle of bondage? And, there's a saying with the man plan,
Uh-huh.
and it's very simple. The hourglass is running. Will your house be in order before it runs out?
Okay. Wow. Where can they go again to get the man plan?
You can go to www.streetpositive.com.
Where'd you come up with the name?
Street Positive or the
Yeah.
Man Plan?
Yeah, it's the Street Positive.
Street Positive was originated back in '97, and this was the origins of dealing with child maltreatment.
Okay.
And it was about the behavior that was being put on the street. You got, rival gangs, you got all this stuff that's negative.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to really put a flip in the game in terms of the streets are positive.
Right.
Most people associating inner city urban youth with negative behavior.
Right.
And so if you heard street, it must be negative. So
Right.
we just flipped it to go street positive.
Okay, cool. It's very, very unique. My first one, my organization, I call it Positive Havoc, and the reason why I call it Positive Havoc because the world, when you come with positivity, it's automatically going to cause havoc because the world's so used to negativity. So totally understand Street Positive. And where did the man plan come from? Where did that hash out of? Did it come from your own experiences, some of your own trauma?
It came from a lot of individuals. I had gone into corporate America and moved on, come up in the inner city, grew up in the hood, Southeast San Diego. And I started encountering individuals, they call me 10-year Terry on the street.
Okay.
Because when you talk about what happens in 10 years, and people understand what happens with money in 10 years, they understand generational, what a decade is about, it is a time measurement. And so one of the things that I looked at is some of the homies that I had a chance to grow up with had gone a different direction. Some of them went incarceration, some of them just basically drifted off, but there was no plan.
Right.
And I would ask them, how come you go back to your old hood and you got homies hanging out where the old folks used to hang out, they just replaced them.
Right. Yeah.
And they just still hanging out. And I would ask them, what's up with you?
Right.
Where are you going next?
Mm-hmm.
And the reaction I would get is there is no next.
So is it they stop challenging self? Did they let self defeat self? Because the greatest battle is within self, not external. It's internal.
Well, boss, I'll tell you this. Like I'm hearing the little one back in the background right now.
Mm-hmm.
If all the big homies leave, there ain't nobody left for the little homies.
Right.
There's no mentorship. There's no guidance. Nobody's coming back.
Right. Right. That needs to be our destiny. I know that's my destiny is developing conduits of opportunities for the next generation. But when it comes to this psychological, 'cause I believe we're dealing with I call it post traumatic slave disorder.
Slave syndrome. Yep.
We're dealing with the residuals. Of course, is more mental. It becomes physical when you get incarcerated. So what's the next move for ourselves? Because right now here in Omaha, specifically here in Omaha, Nebraska, it was reported about 3 weeks ago that the incarceration rate here in Omaha, Nebraska for black males is 50% higher than any other black males across the country. So we have a 50% higher chance of getting incarcerated than any other black man in America here in Omaha, Nebraska. Nebraska is the only state where the incarceration rate went up for black men in the last 12 years, where the black population, the black incarceration rate amongst males around the nation actually dropped 3 times lower than white folks. I call brothers here in Omaha, Nebraska, the most endangered species. We have basically uh, 1 out of every 5 black males, when they leave out the door, is not going to come home because they're going to be incarcerated today. Uh, so,
Let me tell-
what, and of course, I'm coming like Moses. I'm spanking butt. I'm spanking butt. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to, let people know, and I'm on the ministers. The ministers mad at me. Church folks mad at me. It seems like when you're a truth tellers don't get appreciated. Is that your experience?
Well, to a degree, it depends on what you got backing you up. And
Hmm.
I'm not sure Omaha. I know Willie Hamilton. I thought Willie Hamilton was out of Omaha.
Yep. That's my man.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Well, I know Willie. And so this is where you said something to me about the statistics about black male being incarcerated. What that tells me, the state of the city of Omaha is sending a very strong message as far as economic development. That's
Right.
where I'm going.
Yeah.
If you are, and you know where I'm going, if you are sending that message about being incarcerated as a black male in Omaha, I'm not coming to Omaha.
Right. And
So that means I'm gonna keep my money out of here. So the question is, do they want you to keep your money out of there, or are they saying if you come here, let me tell you what we got for you?
right. I think it's a little bit of both. We have 2 senators that advocated, and they for hundreds of millions of dollars. It looked like, they've advocated where the remaining white senators or European senators across the state even voted for them. So our community is going to get about over $300 million over the next couple of years,
Okay.
and it came from ARPA funding. We have, of course, entrepreneurs are specific in their plans, and so when they introduce this bill, they introduce all types of business plans and also existing business that need to expand, so we can change the economic development in our community, so we can in turn lower crime and lower abuse. Um, so it's a direct correlation. Economics. Do you correlate economics with abuse, with trauma?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. When you talk about chattel slavery, that was an economic engine. People have to remember that trauma, slavery came at a cost.
Hmm.
It came at both a price and a cost. And when you talk about that issue of post-traumatic slave disorder,
Hmm.
that's what we're dealing with. And so we have to basically look at, and it's the consequences of incarceration.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're going to incarcerate some folks, but we're also going to create some pensions as a result of it.
Right. So what's the next move? Uh, we organize an annual Father Day celebration. We actually put on a concert for Father's Day.
You got your
Uh,
barbecue coming up, right?
yeah, we got it coming up June the
Okay.
19th. Father's Day ranks lower than Halloween. Mother Day ranks right next to Christmas and Thanksgiving. Is that a reflection of women love of men that we rank lower than ghosts and goblins? Our Minister Farrakhan teaches that our community cannot raise no higher than a woman, and when a woman uh, are indirectly saying that I don't need a man in front of their young boys and their young girls. I think that has desensitized our young boys, where they've become demasculized, and then it's the continuous separation of the family by saying those words. I don't need a man. Um, or is that just a symptom of post traumatic slave disorder? where throughout history it was legislated during the 70s that the man got to stay at the house in order for you to get the welfare check, as well as when Massa had full reign over you know his his slave women, his slave wives. So what's your opinion on that?
Well, I think there's what is on the surface and what's at the depth of this. There's a reason why Black males are incarcerated at rates disproportionate to their white counterparts. And so that tells me, when you talk about Minister Farrakhan, and you talk about the numbers and the holiday celebrations. So superficially, yeah, you can use holidays as a measurement, but in reality, the question becomes, why would you, number one, want Black males out of the system, particularly nonviolent crimes that occurred with regards to the drug game and marijuana, which they began to legalize and capitalize off of? So that tells you something where they were going once they understood the system. The other part deals with the fear of an unarmed Black male in society. What exactly does a threat of a Black male unarmed pose to law enforcement?
Right.
What is it that is known about who we are as Black men that causes someone to basically unload a clip because you reach for your Skittles, or you had a chance to have a cigarette on your ear,
right?
And confuse a cigarette with a firearm. Right. I mean, so what is it underneath that people really understand about the potential greatness of Black men? And I think it's not necessarily the holiday, it is the deeper issue of greatness that we have not basically, unfortunately, been able to widespread enough. You say, what's next? And this is why I said self-destruction. Is the Black man working on himself enough to avoid it?
Okay.
And I think staying out the pen, understanding what connects us, although we can disagree regionally or family or whatever it may be, but we all have to be in a concerted effort to get somewhere to the positive.
Right.
It's a death. Now you got, Will Smith, who's banned from the Academy. So, okay, it ain't like Will being banned is going to affect his bank account.
Right. I mean, he probably still gonna do movies. He just can't go to the Academy Awards.
Exactly. So you're going to penalize me on whose terms?
Right. So, no, they didn't penalize his work. And, I don't agree with it, as far as being violent, because, again, it perpetuates the stereotype. However, I do remind society that who owns the most guns in this European Americas? Only Black males, only 9% of all registered guns. Black women owns only 5% of all registered guns. All the rest of them are owned by European Americans. And so we're not violent. And so I had to remind people that that we're not violent. We don't own the guns here. We don't make weapons. We don't make poisonous gas. We don't do all that stuff. We don't do that. And so, but we get blamed for it. We get blamed for high taxes, even though the most of the money goes towards the defense budget. A lot of the money goes towards paying off other countries like Israel, Germany, et cetera, et cetera. And so, but they forget the very people that live next door to them. And so, as a Black male and having I got my grandson right now, who's 9 months old, and if I don't develop conduits of opportunity, who will? Who will? Well, and like I said, it's important for that Black male to get engaged again, to get engaged for real.
For real. And like I said, just real quick, boss, you talk about what we don't own, what we don't occupy as a title of being dangerous individuals. But see, all you need for an economic system to work effectively is an excuse and a scapegoat.
Okay.
And they found one in the black man.
Hmm. Explain that. Explain that. So you said all you just explain that again. Say that again and then explain it.
All you need for an economic system to thrive and exist is an excuse and a scapegoat. If I can say that these individuals pose a threat to society, that starts allowing the concrete to be poured at correction facilities,
Right.
construction contracts. So now this one little flare up in this situation has created this entire mega industry of construction,
Right.
jobs, ribbon cuttings, celebrations, employment opportunities, benefit packages,
Hmm.
buying homes, housing. You got to house your personnel.
Uh-huh.
Those things, just from a issue that you now got a scapegoat. So now I got an issue. Now I got a scapegoat. Now I got the industry.
Right.
Childcare, same thing. All these babies being born, and now we need, the programs for these unwed mothers to get all this money to take care of them, and we don't get them, they'll be raised up and rob us, and so we got to put all. But realistically, you broke down the family unit, and so now you got an excuse, you got a scapegoat. Let's go fund this. But the individuals that are running these daycare centers and overseeing these nonprofits, these are not African American owned that's solving their own problems.
Right. So, do you believe that other people can solve the Black diaspora problem, or do the Black diaspora need to solve their own problems?
I think it's a combination of both. I think we're in a global economy now.
Hmm.
And this is why when you start talking about, black dollars or shopping black, we have got to create systems that in products and services that appeal to creating wealth. And you're not going to achieve all your wealth by selling to black folks.
Right.
You got to create products and services that can actually increase your bank account so that that you're universal enough that you can get that money from a wider net and put. I do believe, this is why I go back to the self-destruction, is the black man working on himself enough to avoid it?
Right.
And I think when you talk about the black diaspora, I believe we have to really look at ourselves in the mirror. It goes back to the man plan, which
Right.
you have to look at yourself on paper and ask yourself, am I part of the problem?
Hmm.
And if you're part of the problem, at least you've identified that, and you can start working on some of those areas that you can improve to help your community to build. But you got to give a damn if you even want your community to build.
Right. Right. So what's the problem? Because some brothers that get up every day, that like myself, Willie Hammer, you got brothers like that get up every day, women too, that get up, that their main initiative to make this community better. But then you got some brothers that get up and they're in search of victims. Now people say let us pray, but prayer is not going to help when you got people purposely getting up and looking for victims. And so, um, is it because the church is not involved? Is because this generation haven't been taught about the foundation of God? I mean, is revelation? Is it? There's nothing we can do about it. So how should we prepare so we can survive like Moses did? Because I just watched the Ten Commandments the other day.
Oh,
Uh,
good for you.
and so we got all these variables going on, and I tell everybody that we need to start working on our God-given talents, because right now I truly believe that God is blessing those that are focusing on manifesting their talents.
Well, you said something about your grandson. Is it your
Yes.
grandson? Your
Hmm.
granddaughter? Okay, so you're physically loaded right at this moment.
Well, he's right here with me.
What part is he on your lap? Is he just next to you?
Yeah, he was. Well, he's sitting on the desk in front of a mic,
Okay.
playing with the
So
mic
think
and the
about
pen.
this.
So
Okay.
I'm kind of teaching him what Grandpa does, because he saw me
Okay.
when he first walked in. I was on the mic, I was on the telephone, but he always come in. Well, he's only 8 months old, but they see stuff for real.
So there is a scripture that says to train up a child in the way he should go,
Mm-hmm.
and when he is old, he shall not depart.
Right.
So this is where we understand that a child's future is determined 100 years before they're born.
Mm.
And so when you say what can be done, it becomes a matter of what you're doing right now in terms of the William King radio show, The Boss, with the grandson, the next generation, and that means present. This goes back to what you were saying about the black man.
Right.
Society understands. Colonization understands. Europeans understand the power of that peace that will come when a black man will raise his children.
Mm-hmm.
They understand that. But we don't create an industry if we create peace.
Right. Right.
We've got to create, we're in a capitalistic society, so we have to create issues so we can create scapegoats.
Right.
So when you factor into the equation of what you're doing right now, you are being counterproductive to the system right now.
Right. Yeah, because the system don't want to see me with my grandson right now, playing with my grandson on air, a black man owning a radio station. They don't want to see that
at all.
And that's why I call us the boss. I do everything I do for is specifically to reverse the psychology, that psychosis, the trauma that we've experienced every second being on Earth. And the only way to demonstrate that, our children have to see us in different positions besides being victims, and having the ability to utilize our free speech that everyone is allotted to. And so that's why I speak so strong. That's why uh, trying to break those dry bones, man. And sometimes when you're trying to break dry bones, sometimes you can't be polite.
No, you can't be like, and this is, like I said, coming from corporate and understanding, how Wall Street moves. But when it goes back to, you just mentioned it, about being victims, you basically discuss the pathway to victimization. I don't know if it's necessarily just taking from someone or smash and grab or, yanking somebody's catalytic converter, or just coming up on somebody, on the street.
Mm-hmm.
It is a combination of social ills and conditions that basically says, I don't have what you have, and I'm going to get what I need to get to be where you are, and by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And so by any means necessary has been taken out of context.
Uh-huh.
And, I'll be honest with you, it's been used just like my nigga. It's just like you just saying something,
Right.
and I really understand what you're saying.
Right.
And
Right.
so I think because when you start talking about becoming victim, they just out there victimizing people. This is why, going back to the man plan, this is why talking to these homies, dealing with returning citizens, catching these individuals before they get caught up in the streets with regards to these juvenile and these brothers that's out there, you're talking, 17, 18, 19-year-old pimps.
Mm-hmm.
That's just running the stroll,
Really? Man.
Oh man, they got the blade hot. So, you go to any hood, I'm sure I can pull up and find it real quick in Omaha. I know where to go to get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep, that's the way. And it's a shame that it's like that. It's a shame that it's like that for real. So, how can people get involved with your mission? Where can they go again?
Well, I'll tell you what, they can go to www.streetpositive.com or they can go to pimpproof.com.
Okay. And
And let me tell you about Pimp Proof, boss. Our objective with pimpproof.com
Mm-hmm.
is helping today's girls not be tomorrow's broke or broken women.
Okay. So is that a theology for males?
It's a fatherhood campaign.
Okay.
Because we tell fathers, if you don't spend time with your daughter, a pimp will.
Right. Yep. Somebody will. You're right about that. So, man, I appreciate you, calling in this morning. I appreciate you, manifesting your God-given talents without a doubt. You are necessary right now. Again, the black male is the most endangered species in America right now. To me, nothing has changed except for time and technology. The labor pool moved from the tobacco fields, the sugar cane fields, as well as the cotton fields to the modern day prisons of today. And so, like I said, we got to make a decision. Black men got to make a decision to mend relationships. All we got to add is a D to that men, and we can start mending relationships. I think that's the most crucial thing that we can do is start loving and helping ourselves before anyone else can love or even help us.
Well, I'll tell you what I love to do is be able to do a man plan workshop. We can do it virtually. And you want to see how this thing works and how men open up and how they become vulnerable about looking for help. That's the thing that I experienced is that, men are vulnerable when they really admit that they need some help. And I have dealt with thousands of them that basically, since 97, that basically finally mentioned like, hey, Brother Terry, let me ask you this. Is it wrong for me to feel this way? Like, I don't know what to do next?
Right.
No, it ain't wrong for you to feel that way.
Right.
So I love to come out there, get down with you and, Brother Willie, do a man plan, virtual workshop and get some brothers on so folks can see that they not the only ones that's struggling with this stuff.
Right, without a doubt. Well, we're gonna stay in touch. My goal is to put on a Black Male Summit.
Yeah.
Where we just have only black males, gather, and so we can start talking about, our issues, but also we can start discussing developing conduits of opportunities for our next generation. And so I will stay in touch, big brother. Again, I appreciate you taking time out this morning. You calling in from California, which is 2 hours, earlier than us. So
yeah, you got me up, man. You got me up this morning.
so I appreciate you, giving us some knowledge, some necessary knowledge, without a doubt.
Well, I tell you, I appreciate being here. Shout out from Cali. You all stay safe, create that wealth, take care of the family, take care of the community, love yourself, and just go and enjoy this thing called life.
Okay, cool. I'll be in touch with you, big brother, because you got a great mission going on, and see how we can collaborate. Even if we can, like I said, do a virtual.
Sure.
We can get it done for sure.
Okay, good. All right, y'all be safe.
All right, bro. Take care, bro. Keep your head towards God. Peace. All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs, the NOI. That was my man, True Positive. Calling in for Cali. We're going to give you some more positive. We'll give you some more information about his program, about how to, heal men in our community. Because it's necessary. Today is Tell the Truth Tuesday. We want you guys to be purposeful on telling the truth today, but also we want you to be purposeful on accepting the truth. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. It's actually a criticism of love. The day, again, is April the 11th. The time is moved by. No, I think it's the 12th. Let me see. It's the 12th today, 8:41. got my grandson this morning. They call him Christian. That's his name. His name is Christian King. Oh yeah, he just like Moses. Yeah, he just like Moses. I think Moses was a Christian king, wasn't he? But yeah, that's his name. His name is Christian King. I think God playing tricks on me. I think God is so funny. God is so funny without doubt. I keep telling you I work for God, y'all. And then he named my grandson. My grandson, the name is Christian King. I love it. Is that your name? Huh? That's your name? So he'll be 9 months old. He came out and hang out with me this morning. His mom dropped him off. She has to go to work. And so it's teamwork, baby. This is how family do it. Family have to back each other up because, that's what families are for. We got to take care of each other. I feel so blessed to be with my grandson right now, without a doubt. And this is the way I am, is because I have responsibility to develop conduits of opportunity for the next generation. And since I know they building prisons to put black boys and black men in incarceration, that's why I'm so purposeful that we got to make to men relationships. We got to forgive ourselves. We got to seek healing if we've been abused. I encourage you to do it for your family's sake. And when you are not around, Father, like my man said, the pimps are around. Those that abuse your children are around if you're not around. And God is not going to forgive you for that. God is not going to forgive you for that. Today is Tell Truth Tuesday. And so we want you guys to be intentional today. We're going to play some more music. You got something to say, Christian? You want to say something? Say hi. Say hi. Can you say something? Can you say something? So yeah, he's 8 months old. Oh, there you go. He's saying something now. There you go. You can hear him a little bit. He's developing his language. They don't pay no bills at 8 months old. They don't pay no bills. You pay bills, Christian? Huh? You don't pay no bills, y'all. Y'all listen to the Boss Morning Show. Again, man, I feel so blessed this morning to be in company with my grandson, my youngest. So enjoy yourself today. Again, today is Tell the Truth Tuesday. Be purposeful on telling the truth, but also accept the truth. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. It's actually a sign of love. We're going to play some more new music, man. I got some more music coming up. Boss with me.
Yeah, I got the mob ties. Listen, I'm cartel connected. We tie the mob knots. Nicola Machiavelli. Yeah, I got the mob ties. Listen, I'm cartel connected. We tie the mob knots. Nicola Machiavelli. Yeah, I got the shield. Interstate I-80, you might not want to cross me. I'm Malcolm X. Oh yeah, from the belly. The game, my biggest flex. They make me rich, what can you tell me? I gotta run the streets and dash down the interstate. Gotta kill a crossover. Maybe that's why they play it. OJ pull up for 3 if you know me. I'm the soul net. Feel like a track go. Yeah, I'm a ghetto vet. I love the paper, poetry, power in the pistol. Espionage, rap, top secretly confidential. I need a dentist to drip some jewels deep in my dental. I treat the CEO, my taste is presidential. It's not familiar. The back head of mafia. My ties twisted up. That's mob knots. All my good love. Have knots. Yeah, I got mob ties. This is our cartel connected. We tie the mob knots. Nicola Machiavelli. Yeah, I got mob ties. This is our cartel connected. We tie the mob knots. Nicola Machiavelli.
New music, y'all. We'll keep it rolling this morning, y'all. Oh, yeah. You know how we do it. 95.7 The Boss. Love yourself today. Check out this new cut, y'all. Oh, man. J Real. Oh, yeah, my man. Louis L. Mack. Check out this acapella, y'all. Boss with me, man.
Let me talk to the streets for a minute. That all started out in history. Wanted to get cash.
that he grew up with. Left the clip blast, slugged to this whole front door and gave him whiplash. His homies tried to jump on the G right after gym class. He's out here balling on the things that we going through now. Never thought things would change. He backed me up when I was in court for letting them hangers swing. Beefing with them, they knew my nana's name. I was a little badass kid. I could get some dope, test them, kiss you goodnight without a mistletoe. Having the game on lock. It's in a figure four. The homies that he looked up to was ass flipping coke. He was a big fish out with some small fries. They plan was to murder this kid, and I was the fall guy. And I remember the night that I was hog-tied. This war 5400 block, the apartheid. But these are the days he hit the back streets. His coach said he had real potential to be an athlete, and he still do, because he turned this hood into a track meet. And Gunners and Amigos down. You could ask Chief. So if you're living so fast, you need to slow it down. Heavy is the head that wears it, but you can hold the crown grinding on these north side streets. It's hard to maintain. Little kids is out here dying. It's all the same thing. But I could look in his eyes, see the judge her. He never knew her brother was blood. She caught the slugs first, the pain was just too much to bear. But the drugs work, walking through the gray yard at night, just to hug dirt. Through all the years with my falling peers, when you get the call, you know the dawn is near. I give it all to have my partners here. Paul Bear sitting in Karma's chair. This killer Paul, we some martyrs here. I know my homies done, been through a lot, but we still stand. My baby mama said I ain't. She need a real man, but ever since Jimbo been gone, and they kill brain, it's hard to even focus out here, let alone feel pain. Cause even on the sunniest days, I can feel rain, and they say keep my head on the clouds, cause times are healed, Jay. My times is now, we gon' have it all. My time is now, and I'd rather ball. So they say,
so things start getting clearer. Till things start getting clearer. Till things start getting clearer. I'll be looking through the smoke that's in my mirror. Till things start getting clearer. Till things start getting clearer. Getting clearer, I'll be looking through the smoke that's in my mirror. Things start getting clearer.
One person is dead, another person has been arrested after a shooting early yesterday morning. Omaha police got a call just about 4 o'clock regarding gunfire. They are charging the suspect with murder and weapons charges.
Smoke that's in my mirror, my eyes. Smoke that's in my
we'll keep rolling. More new music this morning. Is 8:50 days Tell the Truth Tuesday. Be purposeful on telling the truth today, but also be purposeful on accepting the truth. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. More new music. Oh yeah, Miss VA in the house. Boss with me.
Being that boss, natural flaws. You can't get lost. I'm that boss, natural flaws. You can't pick off. Being that boss, natural flaws. I'm a queen. What you mean? You can't get lost. I'm that boss, natural flaws. Been that queen, what you mean? You can't pick off. VA need a vacay, cause people be play. Instead I just get to the bread, then maybe parlay. First hit up the mall, maybe a boutique. What's in my closet is all fitting my physique. What my nails look like, what my night look like. Okay, my toes look right, so it's open toast tonight. Get fresh, get to the bar, rolling in my own car. I be solo, I'm a star, buy my own drinks at the bar. I'm an alpha and they see it. Difference is not competing. I love me, so I beat Me, been the light and they need it. Got a little ratchet in me, a little bit thottish can be. Been bad, been nasty. That's why them be at me. Been that boss, natural flow. I'm a queen, what you mean? You can't get lost. You mean I'm that boss, natural flow. Been that queen, what you mean? You can't go. Been that boss, been that boss, natural flow, natural flow. I'm a queen, what you mean? You can't get lost. You can't get lost. I'm that boss, natural flow, natural flow. Been that queen, what you mean? You can't go. You can't go. Get gone. Baby daddies wanna be me. I handle my business manly. Pistol tongue can't stand me. Grow the up back nicely. I love my city, no debating. It's too much fucking hating. Next move I'm contemplating. All with the drink and some shaking. Dropping low to the beat. Hands caressing my knees. Watch myself in the mirror while I'm sipping my drink. Oblivious to the beat. Cause I love my inner peace. But don't go testing my beast. Get them from around me. I'm just bossing, no beefing. They on my media creeping. Let them watch and keep talking. A hard head can get softened. Batty Maddie in effect. Video vixen on set. VA all day on deck. If a mother wants to get checked, be in that boss. Natural flow. Natural flow. I'm a queen, what you mean? You can't get lost. You can't get lost. I'm that boss. I'm that boss. Natural flow. Natural flow. Been that queen, what you mean? You can't go. You can't go. Get gone. Been that boss. Natural flow. I'm a queen, what you mean? You can't get lost. I'm that boss. Natural flow. Been that queen, what you mean? You can't go.
TJ produced it. TJ produced it.
Yo, this shit crazy. D Money. Straight out. Got my homegirl a little bit. Rainy days. Key ain't got the keys, jumping.
Rainy days. Everything's gonna be okay. Keep pushing, keep trying. The sun is shining. Rainy days. Everything's gonna be okay. Keep pushing, keep trying. The sun is shining.
I was young, I was a hot one. Always wanted to rock shotgun. Grew up and then I got one. Luckily I got locked up, cause I was out here wildin' out. But where I live was a haunted house. Can't understand how to be a man. Always let my pride get the upper hand. Sometimes I be tripping. Hope I don't offend you. You sound confusing. Tryna make it more simple. Instead of trying to find myself through the things that I've been through. And I always remind myself that could have been you. So cut the nonsense, let's get it poppin'. I see it no other way, ain't no other option. Know by myself sometimes that I hit rock bottom. I got the bottom on my feet, I went out there and got it. Gotta go get it, wanna prosper, not be so toxic. Wanna give my kids a chance to do more than I did. Sometimes I love to see them rainy days. Clear my mouth for sunshine harder when it go away. So go away,
Rainy days. Everything's gonna be okay. Keep pushing, keep trying. The sun is shining. Rainy days. Everything's gonna be okay. Keep pushing, keep trying.
Like my father, I'd never be. Told my daughters I'd never leave. Even if I gotta search for you, I'd travel through the 7 seas. Cause y'all more than worth it. Don't wanna see you hurt. When I was young, I was searching. When I had y'all, I had a purpose. Stressing, looking at a blessing. Transform from my adolescent. Like the teacher that teach you lesson. It's a guide to our profession. I got a whole lot of confessions I need to let go cause I'm stressing. I need you to send me a symbol for my protection. After that, it just hit me. It was like the Lord just picked me. That's when I knew I was one man, but had a million angels with me. And I ain't never gonna stop it. I'ma shoot up like a rocket. Really came from rock bottom, and then I made a little profit. Quit never been an option. Now we talk about the positive. Tell you to be honest, I really made blue gossip. My tongue cut like a samurai, and I'ma shine in the summertime. I work hard for what I got, so I'ma need all of mine.
Rainy days. Everything's gonna be okay. Keep pushing, keep trying. The sun is shining. Rainy days. days, rainy days.
Rainy days.
Everything's gonna
Be okay.
keep pushing, keep trying. The sun is shining. Rainy days, rainy days. Everything's gonna be okay. Keep pushing, keep trying. The sun is shining. Rainy days, rainy days.
Rainy days.
Everything's gonna
Be okay.
keep pushing, keep trying. The sun is shining.
Oh yeah, more new music, y'all. It's the 95.7 The Boss. It's 8:57. Today is Tell the Truth Tuesday. Oh yeah, be purposeful and tell the truth. Without a doubt, baby, no one can love you more than you. Accept the truth, y'all. Without a doubt. We're gonna continue with more new music. I'm just hanging out with my grandson this morning.
The money, and I don't do this.
Oh yeah, be purposeful today, y'all. I'm loving someone else. Boss with me. Tell the Truth Tuesday.
All day I'm grinding, I ain't grinding just for nothing. If I tell you I love you, I didn't tell you that for nothing. If I ever roll with you, I don't ride with you for nothing. For nothing. For nothing. You talking slick to me, don't be talking for nothing. You feeling froggy, but don't you leave for nothing. They hated on me, promise they'll hate you for nothing. For nothing. For nothing. Like what they say, I'm trying to get paid, I'm trying to live life, I'm trying to build faith. My people can't sleep, but most of them sleep, and it be written all over their face. People gon' love you the same way they hate. Gotta make sure that your family straight. People gon' lie, these numbers don't lie. They never thought they would see it this way. I came from the mud, don't do it for nothing. Cops killing niggas over a color and tearing dead and making sure it's true color. They tryna make more room for these suckers. I'm grinding, I ain't grinding just for nothing. If I tell you I love you, I ain't telling you that for nothing. If I ever roll with you, I ain't ride with you for nothing. For nothing. For nothing. You talking slick to me, don't be talking for nothing. You feeling froggy, but don't you leave for nothing. They hated on me, promise they'll hate you for nothing. For nothing. For nothing. Martin Luther King ain't die for nothing. Malcolm X ain't die for nothing. Dr. Sebi ain't die for nothing. Nipsey Hussle ain't die for nothing. Every time I drop it, don't drop for nothing. Every gun I shot, it didn't shoot for nothing. Why the money going out, the money coming in, the money don't come for nothing. Did my time in them jail cells. Knew one day I prevail. Y'all can't stop me, I'm gonna make it. Y'all gonna love it or y'all gonna hate it. But y'all still gonna have to face it. You number one, y'all have to replace it. I did a lot and I shot to the top, my whole life gets so amazing. Straight up, all day I'm grinding, I ain't grinding just for nothing. If I tell you I love you, I didn't tell you that for nothing. If I ever roll with you, I ain't ride with you for nothing. For nothing. Swear to God, it wasn't for nothing. Yeah. Talking for nothing. Don't you talk for feeling froggy, but don't you leave for nothing. Come on. They hated on me, promise they. I promise you. I promise you. Don't be doing it for nothing. Better do anything for something, man. I promise you, for real, man. Three-way the hard way on the beat. Straight up. Gotta go. Straight up. D-Money on top, ENT. Holla at me.
Nigga, feel me in your body, from head to toe. You feel a little who's here, sip some more. Keep on going hard till you throw. Won't you sip, 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 sip some more?
Got a couple bottles for sure. Let's hit the throttle with a couple baddies that look like model. Let's go. Tango Serato, hit it till she wobble. Swimming no goggle, no float, no boat. Raincoat though, kick it in the turbo, hotter than inferno. Pentagrass, love KO. Hey. Bottoms up, let it flow. Hey. Throwing back shots and up. Hey. Knocking them back in the road, raising the status and quote, ain't stopping until we throw. Hey. What you know about that? We little contact, just speaking honest. Going hard silent, they monofine. We ultrasonic, watch my aura glow. Hey.
You can feel me in your body, from head to toe. You feel a little woozy, yeah, sip some more. Keep on going hard, till you throw. Won't you sip, 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 sip some more.
Walked up in the club and I'm feeling kinda saucy and I'm already bent, feeling wavy and I know I'm a soldier, but you pull me in closer, got me feeling for another, found a comfort in your southern and I give a f*** about your level, give a f*** about your name, as long as I'm 80, the proof is all the same, don't give a f***, I call it nickel up, no fade, turn up, hey. We're bought it, we caught it, heavy leaning and tilting back, glossing the map, finish return of the Mac, Bavarian versus the cognac, visionary version I had, what you know about that, replenish and steminize and reach higher, limitless, liquid cocaine, desires, ish, night's about to end, sip, sippy cup, don't sleep on me, I'm where your dreams begin.
You can feel me in your body, from head to toe, you feel a little woozy, yeah, sip some more, keep on going hard, till you throw, won't you sip, 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 sip some more.
Now you know I must be tripping, cause the liquor talking to me, telling me that I need to keep on sipping. And I'm already faded, and I can't take this, and I don't think I'm gonna make it. Can't feel my face with it, but you keep telling me to taste this, sip this, drink this, sip this, because
you want my love, baby, I can get you all. Soon you twist my top and taste my nectar, then you're gone. When you feel me in your system, you know that you're told wrong. You have an addiction to it, keep on sipping till I'm gone. You can feel me in your body, from head to toe. You feel a little woozy, yeah, sip some more. Keep on going hard, till you throw. Won't you sip, 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 sip some more.
I don't think I can handle another sip. My mind keep telling me to drink. When they hit me in the coke and I go, jelly go, best friend go, I don't wanna leave. Price, what you really trying to drink? How often you come here? See, I'm sitting in the back drinking yak, trying hard not to laugh. That's the guy that you brought here. I'm slick, throw 100 yelling, get it. A pint, I'm about to drink a fifth. The bottle tasting better every sip. Sprite, let uncle chasing ish. I need to get a feeling of drinking the beat, so I'm catching the vibe. She drinking and talking, I see this working, the look in the ride. The club about to close, little mama comes to the bottle. We can finish up at the condo, right?
You can feel me in your body, from head to toe. You feel a little woozy, yeah, sip some more. Keep on going hard, till you throw. Won't you sip, 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 sip some more.
Come on, little retro. Do you like it if it's clear or it's darker? Did you look at the name before you drink it? Did you get in your feelings? When looking in your system, the rock, the gin, the effing, the henny, the zay, the Chris, the thug, passion, you're falling, you're stagnant, you lose and balance, you're sober, then fading your thoughts. I change it. Now I'm turned up and you're action freaky, your pool full of liquor, your soul is drowned in. Imagine on how you're gonna ride it. The drunker that we are, the better the sex is. 3 minutes later, my have risen. Stop hoping and started to stroking. Then I start blinking and start to realize it. Couldn't hit cause your sister turned to the vibe.
You can feel me in your body, from head to toe. You feel a little woozy, yeah, sip some more. Keep on going hard, till you throw. Won't you sip, 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 sip some more. You can feel me in your body, from head to toe. You feel a little woozy, yeah, sip some more. Keep on going hard, till you throw. Won't you sip, 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 sip some more.
I'm back in the hole, let's go. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. And I ain't Dorothy, but y'all can call me the wizard. It's like magic.
I'm back in the O, and it ain't no place like home, let's go. A movement is coming, the streets steady humming, and life as I know it is hurting to grow. I'm back in the O, and it ain't no place like home, let's go. A movement is coming, the streets steady humming, and life as I know it is hurting to grow. I'm back in the O, and it ain't no place like home, let's go. A movement is coming, the streets steady humming, and life as I know it is hurting to grow. I'm back in the O, and it ain't no place like home, let's go. A movement is coming, the streets steady humming, and life as I know it is hurting to grow. As I bow my head and open my eyes, I start to realize what I've missed. In a phase of my life when all of this fake
can cease and desist. On a mission to claim my position and balance my life and my spiritual health. When I look at the hood, I think to myself, let's build generational wealth. I cannot stay content when I drive down lanes and all I can see is the struggle. In the face of my people who never been equal, can't help but to see how they hustle. In my personal bubble, with a purpose to cause you some much needed trouble. If you ain't with me, cause the life of my efforts will raise me above you. You a crab in a bucket, so cling to your misery cause you a suspect. And yes, I am upset. I'm building this life stealing from me, you'll regret. Like an SMS text, my frequency pushing me into this concept, and I'm flourishing through tech. So tell these investors to cut us a big check. I'm back in the O, and it ain't no place like home, let's go. A movement is coming, the street steady humming, and life as I know it is hurting to grow. I'm back in the O, and it ain't no place like home, let's go. A movement is coming, the street steady humming, and life as I know it is hurting to grow. I'm back in the O, and it ain't no place like home, let's go. A movement is coming, the street steady humming, and life as I know it is hurting to grow. I'm back in the O, and it ain't no place like home, let's go. A movement is coming, the street steady humming, and life as I know it is hurting to grow.
I want the pain on purpose, just to find purpose. I know my worth is, you don't need to look worthless, but now I'm certain that I'm worth it. Put it in my pocket, cause I think I deserve it. I've done my splurging, coming back with a plan. With a plan to help everybody hurting. Cause I'm still in the O. Cause it's on the go and it's nowhere to go. Man, these people need hope. And knowledge to grow, they need something for sure. The hating is still in the killing, the drilling is really getting old for sure. The hating is still in the killing, the drilling is really getting old for sure.
My melanin skin that I'm in got me feeling this journey that's paid by my people. But some of y'all sheeple. As transparent as glass, your intentions are see-through. And yes, bitch, I see you. No success in your life with no assets to speak to. In this place where I lived as a kid, now I'm back like what's craving. Let's get to the sequel. Turning nightmares to fantasy. A reality based on you misunderstanding me. And I say this candidly. Karma come back 3 times worse, no exceptions for family. Your time like an ad that's spamming me. Sometimes this life got me testing my level of sanity. So I speak profanity. Got Mr. Hood in me.
Oh yeah, that's new music, y'all. Oh yeah, the day of Tell the Truth Tuesday. Be purposeful on telling the truth, but also accepting the truth. Oh yeah, the 12th of April, man. Kicking it with my great grandson. Oh yeah, without a doubt, man. Having a great time this morning. Happy birthday to those celebrating birthdays. Condolence to those that have lost someone. Oh yeah, shouts out to all the drivers. 909. Miss VA, salute.
I've had shows where only my real fans are show the new ones that I gained and from the ones that I know. They watch my no correspondent. Thank you to my fans, support is heaven sick, but blessed beyond measure, exceeding competence. To serve you brings me pleasure to the point I'll spend forever. Either let loose or clear my throat. Keep coming harder when you support like you verbs in the bucket. Yeah, that's what I'm used to. Want to charge for the game, but don't really have a clue. Fake it until they make it and really percent too. So I thank you, and you. When they try to tell my life, you brought it back. You got my work, I won't stop. Even when I reach inside, I'll love you forever. Loyalty means a lot. Salute to you for always being true and showing me the love when you didn't have to. Kept me going without knowing. Real love is what you showed me, so all in all, I gotta thank you. I salute, 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 and thank you too, 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 and thank you too. I salute. I took my kid the other day, and I was done with me. She got real sad, and that's why they just don't want to do it. They don't support. It gets real hard to the point I just lose. Then I say JK, though I still go through. She smiled hard, they go hard. Came so far. I love your music. And my friends like you, I just gave her a big hug. Overwhelmed by the love, just a dose needed. You refill my cup. 10 toes down, no matter what. For music or pull up. I speak the truth in me. Sometimes trouble gets stirred up. But only when there's conviction. Not really the real ones. My babies keep me grounded. Life has me well rounded. To the point where I acknowledge the fan base I have found it. Try for track attack. Keeping it a sound. So publicly, I got now. Thanks to you. From family to fans, you're the reason I still stand. Salute to you for always being true and showing me the love when you didn't have to. Kept me going without knowing. Real love is what you showed me, so all in all, I gotta thank you. I salute, 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 and thank you too, 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 and thank you too.
fan and doing everything that you did to make sure I still stand. Thank you to my family, to my fans, for my babies, to my babysitters.
All right, Omaha, the Burbs of Bluff. Shouts out to my man Darius. He got his party this weekend. Go guys, check him out. Got DJ Luke Nasty coming in, y'all. This weekend, we're gonna be giving out tickets tomorrow. Got a couple tickets to give away to DJ Luke Nasty. Oh yeah, I ran up some stairs, man. I ran up 20 stairs. See my grandson, he's trying to go with DJ Luke Nasty. No, you can't go, grandson. You're not old enough. He probably gonna chew on the tickets. That's what he want to do. He want to chew on the tickets. All year today is Tell the Truth Tuesday. Be purposeful in telling the truth. Hold on a second. Where the stuff go? Be purposeful in telling the truth today, without a doubt, y'all. He keeps throwing that down. We about to get out of here, y'all. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your Trail of Truth Tuesday day. No, you can't go to DJ Nasty, grandson. You can't go to DJ Nasty. You gotta be old enough. You gotta be 21 and up. So enjoy your day. As you see, I'm enjoying mine with my grandson. It's such a blessing to be alive, man. I think about my mama often. Man, I wish my mama was here. As well as my dad, without a doubt. So cherish your mother and father if you still have them. Love them to the maximum. And if you have grandchildren, oh, man. Don't let them bite on everything. What you biting on everything for? Huh? What you biting on everything for? Huh? You tell people your name, Christian? You say something, Christian? Can you say hi? Say hi. Can you say hi to him, the mic? He's not going to say nothing. That's all right. You guys have a wonderful day. Be healthy, be happy, be whole. Without a doubt. Shouts out to the Burbs, the Bluffs, the O. You guys enjoy yourself today. Boss with me.
We invite you to Winners Chapel International, Omaha, Ark of Rescue. What is unique about this church? This church is ordained a house of liberation by divine mandate, where God stops the tears of men and women, old and young, boys and girls, where God terminates all oppression of the devil and confers breakthrough on all members as they believe. God has not ceased to confirm his word since the mandate was delivered over 40 years ago. I want to specially invite you today to this breakthrough family, and as you decide to join us for our service, may it mark your entry into unstoppable breakthroughs that you have always longed for. We meet for Sunday service at 9 a.m. at Concordia Junior Senior High School, 15656 4th Street, Omaha, Nebraska. On Wednesdays, we hold a Word Encounter and Power Pack online service at 6 p.m. The Zoom link is available on our Facebook page, Winners Chapel International, Omaha. To start your day empowered, we meet online at 5:30 a.m. till 6:30 a.m. every day, Monday to Saturday. Please use the Zoom link on our Facebook page to connect. Finally, we meet at 5 p.m. every Saturday for Winners Satellite Fellowship. You can connect to this meeting with the Zoom link on our Facebook page. Remain blessed in Jesus' name.
The Strut Ultra Lounge presents for one night only, April the 16th, multi-platinum DJ Luke Nasty.
Say I'm on the way, hey, hey, hey. I'm on the way, hey, hey, hey. I'm on the way.
DJ Luke Nasty performing live April the 16th at the Strut Ultra Lounge. Tickets on sale now. $35 in advance, $40 day of the show. This is a 30
Hey, I got a feeling that you might be. Do I turn you on? You can tell me if I'm wrong. Girl, I think you might be.
Lady Faye's Variety Treats is serving lunch and dinner Monday through Saturdays inside the Easy Drive Package Store located at 5124 North 24th Street. Opening up at noon every meal you had all week with Lady Faye's Drive Package Store, 5124 North 24th Street, or call 402-706-3305, 402-706-3305 to pre-order. Lady Faye's Variety Treats is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7 The Boss.
Cha-ching. It's that time again, tax time. This year, get with the tax pros at Advanced Tax Solutions. We'll help you find every tax deduction you deserve to help you get the max back. Do you have a small business? No worries. We specialize in small business tax returns and help you prepare your Schedule C profit and loss statement. Don't leave any money on the table. Get back every dollar you deserve from Uncle Sam. Call Advanced Tax Solutions today at 402-972-0557 or by our office located at 6311 Ames Avenue. Use our 24/7 Dropbox service for your convenience. Get the max back today. Advanced Tax Solutions now serving the Omaha community and all 50 states. Call 402-972-0557 today.
Advanced Tax is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7 The Boss.
Do you want to increase confidence, accountability, and clarity for your child? Is he or she struggling with one or more subjects in school? Sign up today at Free Time Fund Foundation or call 402-591-9598. You can also check out our Facebook page for more information. Services are very affordable and tutoring is in all subjects, grades 3rd through 8th, advanced specialty courses, and GED assistance. What makes us different is that we offer alternate learning techniques and study habits that help prepare a variety of individuals at all levels. We meet you where you are, and our 8-week sessions can be online, at select libraries, or in person. 10% of all of our profits go directly back into the youth community group and services as donations at the Omaha metro area to support our next generation. Check us out today at Free Time Fund Foundation, 402-591-9598. You'll be so glad you did. At Free Time Fund Foundation, and I am a proud sponsor of 95.7 The Boss.
What a great opportunity for our community. Apply today at Midlands African Chamber's Pitch Black competition today for your chance to win $10,000. Yes, you heard me right. In addition to the funding, you will get training, assisted with accounting, legal services, and marketing for your business. Apply today at www.wepitchblack.com. Applications close on April 15th.
Yeah. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay Afterlife, better known as K-Town Jay. Go ahead and tap in with me on all social media platforms. We drop one of the hottest projects in the streets. Sorry for the wait. Price of Fame available right now everywhere. We got Tep Flop, we got Benji Bags, we got Cold Case, Lewis Mack, and all some of the greatest here right here in the city. So go ahead and tap in on the project, baby. Grade A Strength, Grade A Smoke, till we on gas. 95.7 The Boss. Let's move, baby.
Lady Faye's Sweet Variety Treats is now serving breakfast and lunch Monday through Saturday at the Easy Drive Packaging Store. That's 5124 North 24th Street. Get the best meal you had all week with Lady Faye serving breakfast and lunch at the Easy Drive Packaging Store, 5124 North 24th Street. Monday through Saturday.
We invite you to Winners Chapel International, Omaha, Ark of Rescue. What is unique about this church? This church is ordained a house of liberation by divine mandate, where God stops the tears of men and women, old and young, boys and girls, where God terminates all oppression of the devil and confers breakthrough on all members as they believe. God has not ceased to confirm his word since the mandate was delivered over 40 years ago. I want to specially invite you today to this breakthrough family, and as you decide to join us for our service, may it mark your entry into unstoppable breakthroughs that you have always longed for. We meet for Sunday service at 9 a.m. at Concordia Junior Senior High School, 15656 4th Street, Omaha, Nebraska. On Wednesdays, we hold a Word Encounter and Power Pack online service at 6 p.m. The Zoom link is available on our Facebook page, Winners Chapel International, Omaha. To start your day empowered, we meet online at 5:30 a.m. till 6:30 a.m. every day, Monday to Saturday. Please use the Zoom link on our Facebook page to connect. Finally, we meet at 5 p.m. every Saturday for Winter Satellite Fellowship. You can connect to this meeting with the Zoom link on our Facebook page. Remain blessed in Jesus' name.
Waymaker, miracle work, promise keeper, light in the darkness.
We invite you to Winners Chapel International, Omaha, Ark of Rescue. What is unique about this church? This church is ordained a house of liberation by divine mandate, where God stops the tears of men and women, old and young, boys and girls, where God terminates all oppression of the devil and confers breakthrough on all members as they believe. God has not ceased to confirm his word since the mandate was delivered over 40 years ago. I want to specially invite you today to this breakthrough family, and as you decide to join us for our service, may it mark your entry into unstoppable breakthroughs that you have always longed for. We meet for Sunday service at 9 a.m. at Concordia Junior Senior High School, 15656 4th Street, Omaha, Nebraska. On Wednesdays, we hold a Word Encounter and Power Pack online service at 6 p.m. The Zoom link is available on our Facebook page, Winners Chapel International, Omaha. To start your day empowered, we meet online at 5:30 a.m. till 6:30 a.m. every day, Monday to Saturday. Please use the Zoom link on our Facebook page to connect. Finally, we meet at 5 p.m. every Saturday for Winter Satellite Fellowship. You can connect to this meeting with the Zoom link on our Facebook page. Remain blessed in Jesus' name.
Waymaker, miracle work, promise keeper, light in the darkness. The Strut Ultra Lounge presents one night only, April the 16th, multi-platinum DJ Luke Nasty.
Said I'm on the way, hey, hey, hey. I'm on the way, hey, hey, hey. I'm on the way.